$30,000 to put on puppet shows in Vermont, $15,000 to study backyard barbecue pollution, and $50,000 to study how elephants can sniff out bombs. Did you know they can do that?
I had no idea.
And that is just a drop in the bucket. Now, according to Senator John McCain, he says your government is wasting billions of your tax dollars. And this as the national debt soars to a whopping $18.2 trillion. Joining us now is Senator John McCain. A pleasure to have you on the couch this morning. This is a very serious problem, and sometimes you don't see people being reluctant to, being willing to talk about it and really identify the facts and the numbers, because it's staggering.
Well, we're digging them up, and it's a legacy of Senator Tom Coburn. You remember he was really the one who really went after this, and we've sort of adopted that as his legacy. And we have to identify things like bomb-sniffing elephants, but we also have to identify things like a $2.4 billion overrun on an aircraft carrier. It was supposed to cost $10 billion, ended up $12.4 billion.
You're Chairman of Armed Services, and you got a Secretary of Defense. Whose fault is it? It's the fault of the system of acquisition, which everybody's responsible, so therefore no one is responsible. I mean, when you look at
how do you tie it down then?
Well, you have to have investigations. You have to hold people responsible. You have to have people who will sign off on these things so you can fire them. And you also have to reform the entire system. It takes years and years now. Out where you used to live, we can develop new devices as in a matter of weeks. It takes sometimes 10, 15 years to develop a new weapon system.
And we become too complacent to accept that that's the standard quote.
No one wants to lose it.
It's a system, a bureaucracy that has grown so large, so unwieldy, so cumbersome that that there is a total lack of efficiency, and we're going after it. And you'll see a bill come through the Congress that's a reform bill, a whole variety of ways.
Now, Senator, before you sat down, we were talking about this. The NSA spying program, let's say, is going to be blown up. 3 judges ruled it's an overreach, the bulk collection of data. A lot of people are celebrating, Senator Rand Paul among them. Do you think that, do you feel better about our security because the NSA is going to be reined in?
I'm very nervous. 2 people from Phoenix, Arizona just wanted to kill a bunch of people in Texas, right? Isn't that compelling enough evidence that we have to keep tabs on people?
Be vigilant.
Isn't it ample evidence that we absolutely need to use every tool at our disposal to prevent the recruitment that's going on in the United States of America of people who will do bad things and kill other Americans?
But people are worried about civil liberties. They're worried about people spying in your kitchen, in your car.
I worry about it, and that's why we have a thing called a FISA court that approves or disapproves of some of these things. Have there been excesses in the past? Yes. But are we going to throw the baby out with the bathwater here? My libertarian friends, I think you ought to take a look at the real world. There's thousands of young men and some young women that are going to Iraq and Syria right now, and then they're going to come back out. And we've got to keep track of these people.
Well, Senator Rand Paul says we've been waiting for this day for over a year now. It was a time to celebrate.
Well, again, I think Senator Rand Paul is divorced from the reality of the nature and the magnitude of the adversary we face. It's called radical Islamic terrorists who want to kill Americans, and anybody who believes anything different is terribly naive.
Right.
Couldn't agree more.
Senator, always great to see you.
Always glad to be with you.
We're happy to see Kimberly, and it hurts my feelings. It's unbelievable.
The only vote I got in San Francisco.
There you go. There you go. You know it.
Thanks so much, Senator.
Thanks for being here.